What's up, everyone? It's Forgotten Circus. So, another great episode. So, I'm going to be doing my spoiler review of episode 3 of Skeleton Crew. Um, the show is absolutely fantastic. It's a brightening star that is in Star Wars. This is the star right now of Star Wars. And who would have thought? So, I never knew how much I could appreciate suburbia more than seeing Tatooine like sand and the Mos Eisley Cantina. Just they're doing a different aspect of Star Wars because we always think about Jedi. It could be like our world, you know what I mean? We got the special forces, we got the Delta, we got the Rangers. You know what I mean? There's commandos out there. There's those are like the Jedi in their universe, and I really like how they're embracing like there's other sides of the Star Wars universe. Like, what about all the families and stuff that are involved in this whole Rebel Alliance and the Empire? What about them? And it's really embracing that part of it. And I love Suburbia. And I like the HOA meeting. Kind of, it felt like if you ever been in like HOA and how they have their meetings, but the parents of all the kids are like, where's the kids at? What's going on? They're past the barrier. I did like that. And Wendell, Wim's dad. See, I'm starting to learn the names a lot more now. Oh man, the show is fantastic. It's absolutely just such a bright point in Star Wars. I'm so happy about it. But so I took notes as I always do. And so Jude Law, let me say Jude Law is if you ever seen the movie, what was it, AI? And it's weird because it's probably going to come into fruition. But AI, he has what was his name? Was it Handsome Jack? Whatever his name was. He has that charisma with these kids. And I like how the kids, they like, hold up, bro. You know, this seems fishy. you know, and protect KB and Neil at all costs. The two of them, great. Fern is great. Wim, the innocence of these children in this show, and how they're like so amazing, how they're like torn. Well, he's a Jedi. He's not a Jedi. And it's like what kids do. We were all kids once. We know how we gossip and do like, I don't trust it. No, it seems cool. You know, they kind of get like fan struck because maybe he is a Jedi. But they do bring up some good points because I like how Jude Law said, well, why would I get the key if I didn't have the ship to get off of here? And they were like, but they're looking around and all the kids are like, but there's other ships here. Why didn't do this before? And I like how they went over their conversation between all the kids, like, hey man, he could be doing this, it could be this, and all these things. And it's just like it's oh man, it's so wonderful. With they have to bring these kids and Jude Law into the Mandalorian. I don't know. We don't know about the Mandalorian. It's a lot of we don't know, but supposedly they're going to be a part of it. But the kids are like hilarious. And when you saw that, what was it? It was like an R2D2 floating droid. That was great too. And so we finally find out that he was that captain in the Cobra Commander mask mixed with Leia's mask in Return of the Jedi. Kind of looks like a mix between those, but he looks like Cobra Commander. So we finally find out that it is rumored to be him. He runs into his homeboy saying, "You're the best captain I've ever had, but I got a snitch, dog, because I don't know what's going on." So we don't know if Jude Law is, and he does say, "Did I really say that?" So we don't know if Jude Law is actually a Jedi. I think he can use the Force. I want it to be that. I really do. And I think everybody does. But I think they're twisting it. He's kind of not like a magician, but kind of like an illusionist. Nothing is ever what it seems with this guy. But maybe he does have some Force abilities. I want him to have it would make it full circle in this. He was never trained. He just can use the force because he says some things in there. And the so when they get to the moon, I really like the moon portion too, because that right there it was great. You get to see another planet besides Tatooine, Coruscant. You get to see other things. It's a straight moon. And I like how the kids keep calling them out every single time on stuff like, dude, something's funny, man. We kind of believe you, but we really don't believe you. Like, and Fern calls him out. She's like, "Oh yeah, you parked the ship so kind of far. Means you don't want to be seen just in case." It's like, yeah, well, I know this person, and he has like that kind of Jack Sparrow vibe. I like how Disney and Star Wars, Lucasfilm have mixed certain things that they know that's worked in this show. So, and it's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Well, we got to go there. She could stab me in the back. And I like the creature, the owl. See, they're incorporating like aliens that we know from the universe and animals that we have here on our planet, so we can relate to them, which is smart with what they're doing. They're incorporating. This is the first time we've never seen it. Have we ever seen an owl in Star Wars? And by the way, she was awesome. And she kind of told KB, don't trust this guy. Nobody trusts the guy. That's why we're trying to arrest him. But they keep talking about Ad-Atom. So Ad-Atom, we find out, is one of the planets that have been hidden since the old Republic. So me being biased, like I'm because everybody knows who my favorite Star Wars character is, Revan. Maybe Revan was hiding. I just had to incorporate Revan in everything with Star Wars. What if Revan was there? But I did like how in the credits, they're old and there's probably a large supply, because Wim says it too. He's like, no, it's our credits. So there's something about those credits we're going to find out, but they hold a lot of weight in this universe. So what am I doing? And then KB is like, she's I like how she's calling him out. And I like that scene when they're like, all right, we're gonna go. And the whole fuel line scene was great. And going into hyperspace. The special effects, by the way, in the show are great. They're amazing. When they were walking on the moon, I felt like they were walking on the moon. But the only problem is I don't know if there was a force field or anything. How did they breathe? That's kind of one of those mistakes that you make when a film's so good. There's always these little things, but they're literally walking on the moon or a moon of some planet. They have no mask on, no nothing. But I did like that whole sequence there. And then like the owl lady, and she tells KB, and then they finally confront him. They're like, "What are you?" And that's when Jude Law's like, "All right, we need to go. We need to get out of here. We got to go. We got the coordinates. We got certain things. It's going to bounce to another place because it's going to be a total adventure in the show, which I'm all for. I used to say this is like the Goonies. I used to say this is like Adventures in Babysitting, but it's its own thing. They've taken like the best of all those and put it into the show. Man, the show is good. So, and then they ask him, and he's like, "Did I actually say I was Jedi?" All right, and they're like, "Oh, okay." But he's like, "You need me because you're stuck out here just like I am." So, granted, I think that Jude Law, his character, and I can't say his name, but he's the worst babysitter ever. But it may be the best thing to ever happen to these kids, because you could show when you could see when they got on the spaceship and they were going through everything. And then the X-Wings were attacking them, and they were learning how to. Well, didn't they destroy one of the Rebel Lines X-Wings? So, but anyway, they become like straight pirates. Like they're all in. Like KB's calling them out. Neil and women are like, "Yo, dude, if you're not a Jedi, it's fine. Just go with the story." And KB's like, "I got to figure it out. And you had that scene when like, do you ever sleep? And it seems like everybody knows that this dude is a fraud. Is he though, or is he just rough with the Force? He was never trained like a Jedi, but he can use it. We don't know. I don't know, but they call him, what is it, Captain Crimson or Crimson Jack, which is a great name, Crimson Jack. So they are definitely going with the whole Jack Sparrow vibe with Jude Law, which I like. I think it works. But yeah, so you got that part, and then oh, the kids, man, the kids are so funny. And I like how when they all team up and everything, and he's like, Neil, you take over. And they're like, I want to be the captain. Neil's like, I don't know how to fly. Neil was doing okay for the first time flying the ship. And you see how all them coordinated, even KB got on board with Jude Law and all of them. And you could see how the kids were having so much fun. They were like, we are officially pirates. You know what I mean? So this is like one of those little things for those kids. Like, we are doing like grown up things right now. Like, this is awesome. And you can see the joy and the fun on the actors and actresses' faces, because it really feels like they love Star Wars. And this is fun for them. And that's what Star Wars was always supposed to be. That's why I'm saying episode 3 is just as good as the first 2, even if not better. This show is hitting on all cylinders. And I know there's some news out there like, oh, bad news, you know. There may be not a season 2. That's not what I heard. I heard that they want to keep this going all the way. They want them to slip one more in before the Mandalorian Grogu movie, because show is good. And it's another show. I wish it was 12 episodes, but it seems like they're running at a great pace, even though it's 8 episodes. But that, hey, I'll take the 8 episodes because this is damn near a movie. But overall, it's a wonderful show. It's beautiful. Brings the kid out of you again. Like, it makes you feel the love for Star Wars again. And that's amazing that the Skeleton Crew, the one show that I do apologize for hating on, it got the spark back, man. It was that dynamite. Mandalorian did it, and then it fell off. But this show just regained my trust in the future of Star Wars. But so anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.